Hello guys and gals of the internet, I'm the Syracuse of YouTube, Twitch TV and Mixer.com, and would you believe it, we have another channel update after 6 months again. The last update was the 25th of February and now it's August the 5th, so again another kind of spacious channel update. I guess the reason for that is really because there isn't really much to kind of announce in terms of changes without taking to something like Twitter. But I guess the first thing I should really talk about in terms of updates and a few changes, I suppose, is what I just said there with Mixer.com. Yes, I do have a Mixer account, link in the description of the video. I'm not really active on Mixer that much yet. The most I've actually done for Mixer is co-streams with Lady Tomlord, because believe it or not, I really like Mixer's potential. I think Mixer has great potential as a streaming service. And the first step that I saw in that was their kind of ability to add co-streams. Now, it's amazing to think that Mixer has only been around, what, maybe 1.5 to 2 years shorter time span than Twitch has, or maybe even longer than that. It was previously called Beam. I'm not sure why they changed it to Mixer. Beam sounded cooler, but whatever. Mixer's unusual, I guess. But unbelievably, yeah, Mixer can already co-stream, and Twitch hasn't even scratched the surface on that yet. I thought it was quite funny how Mixer was able to do it, and Twitch hasn't. Now, I think that more could be server related, because Twitch had to pull back on servers for some reason. That was the reason why stream archives only lasted 2 weeks unless you actually saved it or exported it to YouTube. But they only last 2 weeks as archives now, so maybe that's the reason why Twitch doesn't do co-streaming, because it would take up server space. But Twitch was the biggest streaming platform in the world at that point, so I'm not really sure how that happened. Mixer's come along over the last few years and just massive amounts of potentials could just blow it out of the water. Mixer has potential to be probably the new big streaming thing. Now, I'm not really going to get into battles about that, because obviously I have to stay on Twitch for certain reasons. I'm not going to convert away from Twitch, because a lot of the followers that I do have don't have Mixer accounts, and I do follow a couple of really awesome people on Twitch, so I'm going to stay there. I'm going to keep streaming on it, predominantly next week, actually. I'll talk about that in a moment. But I like Mixer's potential. I definitely do. I'm not going to convert to it, because if I had the ability to stream on both, then I'm going to do that. And, I'm not going to move one and go to the other and give you guys if someone on Twitch doesn't like Mixer, I'm not going to force you to make a Mixer account by switching completely everything over to Mixer, because that's not fair. Some people might not like Mixer and what they do, or maybe don't want a Mixer account, so they want to stay on Twitch, and it's not really fair moving everything over to another streaming site. So I'm not going to do that, but as a service, Mixer definitely does have a lot of potential to really grow into something cool. And I like it. So I'm definitely going to be a bit more active on it in the near future. For this week coming up, I'm going to be more on Twitch. I'm explain more about that in a minute, which is the big focus of the video. Another thing to really update you guys on is my Discord, actually, because I've been using Discord a lot more recently. I've been more active on there. Now, I haven't got a server yet. I need to figure out how that all works. But the reason why I'm mentioning this is because Discord is just nuts. It's nuts. The reason why I really got into Discord, though, was to do with a stream that Lady Tomlord ran. We decided she made a newish account recently, and she wanted to get all the trophies in the game she had, and one of those games was Resident Evil 5. And one thing I noticed with my Skype wasn't working. It kept crashing. It wouldn't actually go into game capture. It wouldn't even let me sign in, I don't think. So my Skype was messing up, basically. So I thought, and to save confusion, let us just both sign into Discord and use it. Because Elgato HD16, Elgato is a software, actually. If you remember, and you probably noticed it by the playthrough of Resident Evil 5 Remastered that myself and Lady Tomlord are putting up right now, you actually notice that we actually got our voices in each other's playthroughs through the software, because Elgato are really cool. They've got this sound capture thing that you guys know about, and it allows you to integrate Skype calls, Discord, chat, and all that stuff in your videos that you record or stream, basically. So it's really cool like that. I decided to actually run a test during our late onward stream of Resident Evil 5 that I joined her to help her with the getting the trophies on that game with her newest account. I decided to record the footage that we were doing to test out how kind of Discord works in terms of voice quality and things like that. Now the Skype quality was good, but I actually found that the Discord voice quality was exceptional. It was so crystal clear, like when I viewed the video back, and I was like, you know what, this is great. This is so clear. It's like so good. So when myself and Lady Tom will eventually get round to doing Resident Evil 6, we're actually going to focus our voices into Discord for that playthrough. And, you know, it's the only way I can actually do that now with my Skype messing up. I've uninstalled it. I haven't really installed it since, but it was just really messing up. It wouldn't let me sign in. Wouldn't let me do it. It actually wouldn't let me do calls. It kept like disconnecting and freezing. Like someone tried to call me and it wouldn't work. So I uninstalled it and we tried Discord and it's great. So Discord name in the description as well. I'll put that down there with the Mixer account, and you guys can add me on there. I would say adding at the moment. I'll have a server, and when I do have a server and I've kind of figured it all out, I'll let you guys know and on Twitter, and you can obviously jump into that. I actually joined a few servers on Twitch with some really cool people. Discords with some really cool people. So, excuse me. So that's pretty much for the newest stuff, really, to update you guys on. But aside from that, there hasn't really been much else to update you guys on. Because game releases have been rather quiet, and the games that have come out, I of course done a 7 Chaos previous episode for. So it's not really worth updating if I'm already going to do another video. That all changes from this month. This is the start of the hardcore gaming season. It's probably starting a month early. This month, you have got, in 2 weeks' time, you've got the release of Sonic Mania. Holy shit, am I looking forward to that game. You guys know that I'm looking forward to that freaking game. I am looking forward to that. I cannot wait for that. And this week coming up, I'm going to do something in celebration for its release. Talk more about that in a second. I think maybe a week or so after that, maybe a few days actually, you've got the release of, get this, Telltale's Batman Telltale series. You've got a Season 2. Now, think about that. Telltale Batman Season 2, or Season 1, finished 6 months ago at the end of December. More than 6 months ago, right? 7 months ago at the end of December. And they've already done a Season 2. What? And not only that, they announced The Wolf Among Us Season 2. Finally. Finally, a Wolf Among Us Season 2. It's been like years being asked for. They obviously announced They obviously started Guardians of the Galaxy series, which I think has an episode coming in a couple of weeks as well, actually, now that I remember it. And they obviously announced The Walking Dead, the final season. And I'm like, Telltale, slow down. Slow down. You've just finished Batman like 7 months ago. You're already doing Season 2. You're already doing Guardians of the Galaxy. Slow it down a bit. You know, slow it down a bit. People are getting really critical of Telltale Games' game engine, that it's the same shit. That's probably because they keep pumping these games out and not actually working on something new, but I don't really mind the game engine. I mean, I've only had it crash a couple of times on me. Maybe I should play more the PC version of these games, but I think with the likes of Batman Season 2, I've already got Batman Season 1 on PS4, so I need to use that. I'm not really going to buy that straight off, I don't think, because it's, even though Batman Telltale Season 1 was a great surprise and a great game to me, there's just so much in August that I'd rather play. You know, Sonic Mania. God damn, I'm going to put Sonic Mania above everything I do. And not only that, after Batman Formula 1 2017 comes out, and you know that I'm going to be playing that as well. You know, you got the classic cars, you got like the career mode, we'll have Forza Seb 2017, and all that good stuff that I do for Formula 1 recently. And I'm going to make a conscious effort to get that out this year. As you guys know from my February update, I discontinued those playthroughs because in the career, I shouldn't have discontinued Forza Seb, that was a mistake. And I'll bring that back later, I'll talk about that in a second. But I discontinued the career mode predominantly because I kept restarting on it, and I had to keep restarting because of certain issues, or I didn't like something with the helmet and stuff like that. Thankfully, in F1 2017's career mode, you can change your helmet mid-season, so that mitigates that problem. So that's good. But that the reason why I discontinued F1 2016 in the end is because I kept restarting it, and it was just all over the place. So, and then by the time I'd actually got around to a setting I enjoyed, we were near the end of the game's life. Well, not near the end of the game's life, but near enough, like February, like I said. So yeah, it was because I didn't really record any for like 3 months, and then I started pumping them out, and then I had to restart. So it was an absolute nightmare. I shouldn't have restarted Forces of 2017, but like I said, I'll get into that. It's 16, but I'll get to that in a minute. So obviously, you'll see the career mode playthrough of the third generation Schumacher career series. Now I've got some ideas for that, and that's why I'm calling it a series. I'll talk more about it in the 7 Kills previous episode for F1 2017. And then I think after that you've got Life is Strange Before the Storm. You guys fucking know I'm playing that game. And that is the only thing I'm going to say about it, okay? Because, yeah, I don't want to keep talking about it because it's like a broken record at this point. But you guys know that I love that game in that series, so I have to play it. So, yes, that is definitely happening. And then obviously in September you've got the likes of FIFA and NBA 2K and just countless others. October you've got this and this, and then November you've got Call of Duty and Star Wars Battlefront 2. Not getting Call of Duty, guys. Fed up of it. It's a series. I'm done. So that's gonna be mostly Star Wars when that comes out. So yeah, the gaming season for August, this year is really being kicked up a notch and started a month early this year. Now, the first one I mentioned was obviously Sonic Mania, and let's get back on topic here before I way off topic way too far. The reason why I mentioned Sonic Mania predominantly is because it is 2 weeks from now, the release, and you guys, like I said, can't wait for that shit. So for this week coming up, starting on Monday, and to talk about the videos a little bit, because there is going to be a change to the video format a little bit, once the final 2 videos of the character medley for Ultra Street Fighter 2 go up tomorrow, that'll finish that set off. And then it'll be pretty much 2 to 3 videos for this week until Sonic Mania pretty much comes out. The reason for that is because I'm going to spend a lot of time on Twitch this week with a Sonic Marathon 2. Now, if you guys don't remember, I did a Sonic Marathon back in 2013. And it was pretty much every game that I could get my hands on. So Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic 4, Sonic CD, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Colors, and Sonic Generations. I did all those games. And then later I actually bought the Sonic Marathon back with Sonic Heroes. Because as you know, Sonic Heroes was one of the games that I wanted for it. But the only way I could play it was through the PS3 version. And that obviously was from the PS2 version, which was the worst version of Sonic Heroes. So what I did was, when I had a GameCube back in 2014, because what I did for 2 reasons, I got a GameCube back in 2014. For Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, because that game was awesome, and I had to play through it, having 2, 3, and 4 for Metal Gear sitting there. May do a playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 5, but it was rather difficult. May think about that, but yeah. And then I bought the Sonic Adventure DX and played through that on the GameCube version. So what this Sonic Marathon 2 is going to be is kind of a celebration for the release of Sonic Mania the next week after. And because there's not really much going on next week, I can do this. Now, I'm going to play through 3 Sonic games, and you might remember these already. I'm just going to boot up my Steam account. Now, unfortunately, you guys can't see it because through this OBS setting, I don't have a monitor set up for it. So I can't do that, unfortunately. If my Steam can actually fucking connects. Oh, it's not going to do it, is it? But, here we go. So basically what I'm going to do is 3 games during this Sonic Marathon 2. To be Sonic Adventure DX, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Generations. Now, as you know, like I said, you've already seen these playthroughs for YouTube. So for this Sonic Marathon, for this number 2, it's going to be stream exclusives. Or at least that's what I'm kind of predominantly thinking they'll be. Because I have an urge to actually revisit rather, Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Generations. Now the reason why I say those 2 and not Sonic Adventure DX is because Sonic Adventure DX on PC is basically the Xbox 360 version from 2012. And if you remember that Xbox 360 version from 2012, you'll know that it had the screen in its aspect ratio from the Dreamcast. So you had all this negative space around the screen, and it was this weird border, goddamn it. You know, it was so annoying. So that's why I kind of redid Sonic Adventure 1 on the GameCube. It was the more definitive version with the better screen. I've got an urge to re-record Sonic Generations and Sonic Adventure 2, leave the classic playthroughs there, but have new ones. But I've got so much backlog that I'm probably not going to do it. And I'll talk more about backlog footage before I go. But yeah, Sonic Adventure 2, Twitch TV, link down in the description. It is the week of the Sonic Marathon 2. And what I'm going to do is get all those games done and played through on PC, got all the achievements and everything. Well, not all the achievements, but achievements I can get. And that's going to continue pretty much until either I finish them or Sonic Mania comes out, whichever comes first. I'll probably finish them. I'll probably finish them by the end of, like, Wednesday. But obviously, that's the reason for the shorter video life. Obviously, I'm going to upload the 2 from Resident Evil from late download, and then the 2 from my playthrough, and then jump straight on Twitch and continue with Sonic Marathon 2. So I've shortened the videos, you know, because my upload times are pretty fast, but they're not, you know, obviously if I upload multiple videos, that takes throughout the day, and that takes time out of the day that I want to do for Sonic Marathon 2. So there might even be 2 streams a day on that. It depends. It might be 2 streams. Well, there might be 2 streams on Monday. Probably not, because Mondays are normally a day where we don't stream, either of us. But obviously I have to cater to late onwards streaming as well, so obviously I'll take that out. But like I said, I'll probably finish the Sonic games in 2 days, you know, because I know those games like the back of my hand. So even if I don't stream twice in one day, then it won't matter, because I'll probably finish them in quick time anyway. And I've got till the following Tuesday to do it anyway. Like I said, I'm going to kind of give myself a bit of leeway and have the marathon run until Sonic Mania comes out. So that's the reason for the extra leeway there as well. But like I said, I'll probably finish them in a day anyway. I know those games like the back of my hand, so so there's that. So yeah, Sonic Marathon 2 on Twitch this week. Can't wait for it. You know, it's going to be a flashback to my kind of older days with the Sonic Marathon, but it's going to be direct capture, it's going to be streamed. Obviously, unfortunately, it's only going to be 720p, 30 frames per second, because I don't have the stream speeds capable for 60 frames without everybody else buffering on I have the speeds capable to do it, but people with not so good internet wouldn't get to watch it. So that's why I'm doing 60 frames of what kind of quality I'm doing it. The reason I say for Twitch is really because I had the most followers on there. Like I said, this more makes sense. If I've got the most followers on Twitch, it's a no-brainer that I would have it there. I'm not like neglecting Mixer people, but if I'm doing playthroughs of games, then it makes sense to stream predominantly on Twitch because I have the most followers there. And say I streamed on Twitch first, I'd then have to go back on Mixer, but then do another save file and do it again. And, you know, it just doesn't make sense to do that, you know. Because, like I said, there's a couple of Twitch followers that have Mixer accounts, so they've probably already seen it. So it makes sense just to stick to the site I have the most followers on, which is Twitch at the moment. The Mixer's actually got 6, which is nice. It took a while, but it's got there now. It's getting there a little bit. Hopefully I can reach 10 by the end of this year. That'd be awesome. Look at the description, by the way. I'm not plugging myself. But I'm going to talk a little bit about, to end this video, I'm not going to go too long. I've already talked about this before, but I'm just going to give you a recap on the stuff I have to do for a little bit and explain some reasons behind a couple of them. Let's do a sip of drink. I'm also going to explain in a bit more detail why I'm doing a couple of others. So Batman Arkham Asylum, there's been an update probably since the last, yes there has, because this finished in June. Arkham Asylum, remastered, done. It's done, and I'm probably gonna explain more about that in a minute actually. I have started the playthrough of Crash Bandicoot Remastered. I'm gonna tell you guys now, that game is hard as fuck. That game is hard as fuck. I'm at the first like bridge to road to nowhere level. It's a bitch. That game is harder than even I remember, so that's fun. Now, FIFA 18. I'm not going to say the storyline for it, but the video that I'm doing, which is the pre-season video, and hopefully it's still around. Yes, it is. That's good, so I can actually delete that version, because that's changed since then. FIFA 18, I've got an interesting story lined up for it, and that's all I'm going to tell you. It's coming along. The pre-season video is coming along. It is coming along nicely. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Give me a second. I just need to publish this and then do this. I'm on my YouTube just adjusting these videos, which is quite funny considering this has probably just gone up. No. Sorry about that. So let's continue, because I'm not giving away anything about FIFA 18 yet. Yeah, it's just delete. I had a heart attack there. The Hammer Time 2014 season playthrough. Now, I'm going to just explain this a little quickly about what's going on. The reason why I'm doing that is because, like I said in the pre-season video, I'm doing Hammer Time 2014 because of, I've only got F1 2015 Forza Sev Championship season sitting there, and it kind of it feels out of place without 14 and 16. So, what I'm going to do is finish Hammer Time for 14, and the reason why I'm being Lewis Hamilton, I explained in the preseason video. Now, I know that the Mercedes were the runaway cars in 2014, but I've put it up to expert difficulty and turned the corner line off for that game to make it a bit more tricky for me. I've got the Hammer Time edits on there in case something goes wrong and I need to re-upload it or whatever. So those are the edit videos. So there's a reason for that. And I'll also bring back Forza Sev 2016, and hopefully, and this is the reason why you might, for this week, you might see a third video. It'll be a Hammer Time video, because I'm already at round 7. I've recorded rounds 4, 5, and 6. I haven't edited them yet, but I will do in due course, and you'll see them during this coming week with the Sonic Marathon 2 going out. So it'll be Resident Evil and maybe a couple of Hammer Time videos over the next few days, because like I said, I want to get that one pumped out and done. So the next up is the Mercenaries run from Resident Evil 5 Remastered. That's 16 videos. That'll follow Resident Evil 5 when that is finished. Minecraft Story Mode, I'm probably not going to even upload at this point. Season 2 has come out. I'm not really particularly big on Minecraft. It's not that I don't like it, it's just it's not really my cup of tea per se. In Minecraft Story Mode is a bit out of sync for a couple of reasons. Like, number one, I played through episode 1 and it was like terribly glitched, and finished it at episode 4. So if I was to play Minecraft Story Mode, I'd have a bunch of story choices missing for season 2. So I'm probably not even going to play that game. So I'm probably not going to upload season 1 anyway for that reason, and that'll free me up some time as well. Resident Evil 0. I started this playthrough on Twitch the other day. That goes again with what I was saying about the Formula 1 videos. The reason Resident Evil 0 is being done is because I have the others there. So it makes sense to do that. That's a similar reason to Resident Evil Revelation 1's playthrough. And another playthrough I might do is Mortal Kombat 9 to kind of... I'm clicking on all the wrong shit today. To kind of fit in with Mortal Kombat 10, because Mortal Kombat 10 is a story mode, but Mortal Kombat 9 doesn't. Now, with Mortal Kombat 9, I'll definitely do a story mode at some point, but I'll probably not jump online because the game probably is mostly dead. I say probably because there's a lot of fans of Mortal Kombat that don't like the fact that there's a lot of non-classic characters missing in Mortal Kombat X, so they're probably getting Mortal Kombat 9 to kind of fulfill their nostalgia needs. But I'll see when I eventually jump into that. That won't be for a while yet, anyway. I did a remaster of Resident Evil 1. I did my Chris playthrough. It's done. It's just waiting to be uploaded whenever. I'll definitely put that up at some point. Now, this is an important one. The Last of Us Remastered. Don't worry. I know I had this for 2 years that I haven't uploaded a video of that yet, or maybe even like a year. Let's have a look, actually, at the date. 2016, so I've not done it for over a year. Don't worry. The game's done. It's 62 parts, because like it was insanely long. It's 62 parts, but it's done, And I will definitely make sure, especially when I know the release date of The Last of Us 2, I will make sure that playthrough is fully up before that that game comes out and we start playing through the second one. The same with The Wolf Among Us. I've only done episode 1, but I'll make sure I'm not really worried about it at the moment, but once I know the release date, I'll probably be sure to crack on with it. And obviously the 2010 edits, the Michael Schumacher years playthrough, which I'm not rushing because I don't have to. And there's also The Last of Us multiplayer, which was 10 videos, and I'm going to put it up, even though it's probably going to be a most terrible set. And that is pretty much it. So 25 minutes, that certainly isn't bad to what we had before. So I think that's pretty much everything. So a pretty long update. I needed to give you guys like an update and heads up on what was going on, all those playthroughs in particular. Mixer and Discord stuff in the description of the video. Sonic Marathon 2 begins on Monday, and obviously you will have the less videos during that week, so I can free up my time to do that Sonic Marathon. You'll see a Hammer Time video every now and then, and hopefully I can crack on with those so I can get those 2 seasons. I won't get them done before F1 2017, I don't think I will, because 2016 is quite long, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, I could probably focus on the career mode until 2016 gets done, and then we can start Forces of 2017 after that. But like I said, the championship season videos don't take a lot of time, so I might just get them out anyway. We'll have to see. It's, sometimes I have a lot to do in a day and I have to upload. I have to focus on editing. I'm gonna have to start probably playing through less at once and more editing for those videos. But that's pretty much it for today's update. Yeah, it's pretty much everything. So Mixer and Discord names in the description. Sonic Marathon 2 begins on Monday on Twitch TV, link in the description. And obviously that'll mean less videos, and then the playthroughs I was doing and all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. I'm going to be off before I make this video far too long, because this is much shorter than normal, which is nice. And I'm a Sonic Chaos. I'll see you next time. Peace.